Hi besties, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do my April TBR. I haven't had a TBR in so long, like months, you guys, so I'm very excited. I'm actually excited for my TBR. Like, I haven't been excited to have a TBR in a while. Okay, so first I want to talk about the book that I'm currently reading. Oh, another thing about my TBR this month, it's probably all gonna be books on my Kindle. Why? Because honestly, there are just so many good books, like new books or books that I found recently that I'm so just intrigued to read, and I don't have the physical copies of them and I can't buy them. I don't have a store to buy them. So I'm very grateful that I have my Kindle and I can read them right away. So that's what I've been doing. So I've been reading two books. So the first one that I started reading that kind of got me back into reading, honestly, is the Mindfuck series. And I know this series is very popular on BookTok. It was very popular on BookTok, but I never read it, so now it's the time. So I finished book one, which I am really liking. Well, you know, it's practically like a bunch of books, like short books. I know there's a book with all the books in one book, so it's kind of like a compilation of all the books, but you have to buy that book, like the physical copy of that book, because there's not a Kindle version of it. So what I've been doing is basically just reading the books on their own, and also they are on Kindle Unlimited, so I've been reading them on Kindle Unlimited, and I just know, I can feel that I'm just gonna really love this series. So I'm probably gonna read the entire series on my Kindle and then buy the book, because I really want that book. I love the whole concept of that book. So basically, if you don't know what the Mindfuck series is about, it's basically this FBI agent who is trying to solve, it's trying to catch a serial killer. And by the way, this is not a spoiler, you can literally read this in the back of the book. So one day he meets this girl at a coffee shop. He really likes her, they kind of hit it off, they start texting, but what he doesn't know is that that girl is the serial killer. That is so cool to me. Obviously not the serial killer part, it's just the concept of it. He doesn't know that she's the one that he's been looking for all this time. It's just crazy. And then I started another book series that I also didn't realize it was so freaking long, you guys. Okay, so I started City of Gods and Monsters by Kayla Edwards. I think that's her name. And you guys, this book is 736 pages. It's so long. I did not realize that it was that long when I started reading it. So it's gonna take me a while, but I don't know why I feel like it's gonna be worth it. So basically it's about this girl that lives in this city where the city is just filled with werewolves and vampires and witches and very dangerous people called dark slayers, that's another story. I'm loving that, but yeah. And she is basically human, and she doesn't have a power, she doesn't have anything special for that matter. However, the story literally starts with someone trying to kidnap her, but the question is why? Why are these high society people and very rich people or criminals are trying to kidnap her? What is the reason if she is a human? So I'm basically in that part, but I'm so intrigued and curious, how is this book 700 pages? I'm curious as to why it's so long. But those are the two books that I've been reading and really loving so far. Let's get into my actual TBR for the month of April. So besides those two books that I've been reading, which I'm hopefully I can finish them this month. I know, well, City of Gods and Monsters is gonna take me a while. I think I'm just gonna read it when I want to, I want those vibes, and slowly finish the book. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 books on my TBR for the month of April. Obviously I'm gonna try to read at least, I don't know, maybe 3 to 4 books because I haven't like read in a while. So I know I'm not gonna read every single book in this TBR, but I like that I have like a selection of books, different kind of books that I can choose from. So the first book that I have here is The Charlie Method by Elle Kennedy. So the one thing that I really like, I have no idea if this book is a spin-off of something. Before you guys comment, I just realized that that is the 3rd book in the series. Wait, the first book in the series is The Graham Effect. So I believe, yeah, it's Campus Diaries book 1. I believe this is about their children. Am I right? Yeah, this is the spin-off of the Off-Campus and Briar U series. However, I don't know if I have to read the Briar U series before reading this series because I haven't read the Briar U series and I don't think I will. I honestly don't think I will. So if I have to read it, then probably I won't read the book. So let's see what happens. But still, like, it's a book series that I would want to read because it just really reminds me of when I read the Off-Campus series. It just has like a special place in my heart. It was like I think it was the first romance book series that I read in my life. So let's see. But next up is Story of My Life by Lucy Score. And I was so excited to read this book. However, okay, you guys, you need to follow Yenna. Am I saying that correctly? Yenna? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I do not know how to say her name. But she's this girl on TikTok who is actually, like, I followed her because of her makeup account. Like, she has a makeup TikTok account, like huge account. And she started reading and she started another account. And that's, I also started following her on there. And she posts so many like good book reviews and she talks like a lot about the books that she reads. And she's just so fun, honestly. But one of the I think one of her most recent videos was her talking about Story of My Life. And I was like, yay, I'm gonna have a book review to see if I should read the book or not. You guys, I'm so happy I found the video because she read Story of My Life. And first of all, obviously she did not like it, but she, at the end of the video, she said some of the lines that were said in the book, like quotes or like some of the lines that were said, and they are so cringe. I was like laughing and cringing at the same time, hearing the words, like, you guys, like the words that are said throughout that book. No. That's the only reason why I'm kind of like, am I gonna read this book now? I'm kind of cringed out. I don't know. Like, I was so excited, but you guys, please, like, if you've read this book and you liked it, like, convince me down below because I don't know if I'm gonna read that book now. The next book that I want to read is The Exception to the Rule by Christina Lauren. So I believe this is gonna be like a book series of different authors. So the first one is by Christina Lauren. Then the second one is by Abby Jimenez, which you guys know I love. I find the concept so cool, like a book series written by different authors. Hopefully I get to this one so I can read the second one by Abby Jimenez. I believe it's the second one, by the way. Next book I want to read is Quicksilver by Callie Hart. And this is also another recommendation that I got by the TikToker that I was talking to you guys about. She loved this book. And I really trust her opinions on books because she's very honest with her reviews. So if she doesn't like a book, she's gonna say that she didn't like the book, which I love. So I really trust her opinions on the books. My battery died. It's the Fae and Alchemy series. It's book 1. It says, "Do not touch the sword. Do not turn the key. Do not open the gate. 24-year-old Ceres is good at keeping secrets. No one knows about the strange powers she possesses, or the fact that she has been picking pockets and stealing from the Undying Queen for as long as she can remember. In the land of the unforgiving desert, there isn't much a girl wouldn't do for a glass of water. But a secret is like a knot. Sooner or later, it is bound to come undone. If you haven't guessed already, I'm kind of into fantasy right now. I don't really want to read romance books right now. I'm kind of like more into like the psychological thrillers, or a good thriller, a good fantasy book, science fiction, all that stuff. So I'm really excited about this one. The next book that I really want to read is a book by Abby Jimenez, and it's a short story. It's called The Fall Risk. It says, two good neighbors make the best of a bad Valentine's Day in this funny and improbable romantic short story. It's Valentine's Day weekend and Charlotte and Seth are not looking for romance. Armed with emotional support bear spray, Charlotte is in a self-imposed isolation and on guard from men. Having a stalker can do that to a person's nerves. Just across the hall and giving off woodsy vibes is Seth, a recently divorced arborist. But when disaster traps them one flight up and no way down, an outrageously precautious predicament forces a tree-loving guy and a rattled girl next door to embrace their captivity. Considering how close they both are to the edge, Charlotte and Seth could be in danger of falling in love. I know I just said that I didn't want to read a romance book, but I know at some point I will want to read a romance book, maybe. So because this is a short story, I'm kind of even more intrigued, and it's by Abby Jimenez, so I just love her. The next one that I really want to read, because I have been seeing all over TikTok, is Phantasma. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, by Kaylee Smith, and it has like a lot of good reviews. Welcome to Phantasma. There are only two rules to the game: stay alive and don't fall in love. When Ophelia's sister disappears, there is only one way to save her. Ophelia must enter Phantasma, a deadly contest inside a haunted mansion, and claim its prize, a single wish. Oh, so she's gonna wish for her sister? Ophelia will face 9 challenges, each more dangerous than the last. There can only be one winner, and the other contestants will stop at nothing to eliminate their rivals. Her life is on the line, but in Phantasma, the only thing deadlier than losing the game is losing your heart. Obviously. So this is gonna be a kind of like a romantasy. God, I am never going to recover from this book. I'm addicted. I can't even begin to put into words the roller coaster of this book. The tension, the twists, and the turns that literally had me holding my breath until the very last page. I want that. Thank you. That is literally all I wanted to hear. I want to read the Zodiac Academy. I know I've said this probably at this point 6 times. I'm gonna say 6 times. I'm a Gemini. Impulsive, curious, headstrong, a twin. Heir to a throne I know nothing about. And it turns out I'm Fae. But of course there's a catch. All I have to do to claim my birthright is prove that I'm the most powerful supernatural in the whole of Solaria. And sure, technically that's true, as I'm the daughter of the Savage King. Oh, okay, I get it. The school they've sent me to is both dangerous and one hell of a party. Okay, so yeah, obviously, Vampire Academy. It's a school, it's an academy. Okay, and the last book that I have on my April TBR is another book by Lucy Score that I'm very just excited to read, because the other book by Lucy Score did not have the best first impression for me. So it's Heart of Hope, and it's a small town romance. So again, if I want a romance book throughout the month, if I just kind of get sick a little bit of reading all fantasy books or thrillers or some shit, I can read this one. A blinded by lust, hopeful idiot who threw myself into bed with a sexy stranger, invited him to dinner with my entire family, and then woke up alone to a note. Honey, what? I hope you can forgive me for lying. If Bo or Ivanka or whatever the hell his name is ever shows his hot bearded face in this town again, I'll make sure he regrets it. To be fair, I practically threw myself at his crotch. And okay, fine. Getting naked with him was the first time I'd felt anything worth feeling since losing my little sister. It's almost kind of nice to be fueled by the fires of rage instead of the numbness of grief. But I'm certainly not going to thank him for lying and then sneaking out of my bed like a thief in the mid-afternoon. So it's a small town romance, but it's a one-night stand small town romance. Okay, yeah, that's basically it. And also, I'm very happy that it's not a hell of a long ass book, because Usually Lucy Score's books are like 500 pages long, and I cannot do that. I cannot do that with a romance book. That's just way too many pages, way too long. Like, for me, a romance book should be 200 something pages, 250, max 300. If it has more than 300 pages, I'm gonna get bored. I'm probably gonna get bored. And this one has 226, so kind of perfect. Okay guys, so those are all the books that I want to read in April. I hope I get to at least, again, 3 to 4 to 5 of these books, hopefully. I will tell you guys all about it. So maybe I can do like a reading wrap up, a monthly reading wrap up, because I haven't done one in a very long time. I'm so happy that I got to post this video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.